Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon, and me, Banshee. And it's me, Banshee, with my Material Matters segment, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show. All right, welcome to the show. I'm going to start off with a card from our Moonology Manifestation Oracle by Yasmin Boland. Alrighty. And we're going to see what it has for us before we get into anything else today. But aren't you happy? Aren't you glad like me that Mercury is direct? Woohoo! But we'll get into some other news tomorrow for the week ahead. It's always something in astrology, you know? And I'm not even covering the half of it. Not even close. All right. All right, let's see what we have for the collective this week. Well, we have full moon in Sagittarius, and it says, see the bigger picture. Oh, I went right there pretty much. Okay, see the bigger picture. At this point, your best bet is to be the bigger person in whatever situation is on your mind. If harsh words have been exchanged, this card comes with a gentle suggestion to diffuse the upset with some humor. The world is your oyster when you draw this card, but you need to find a balance between where you are and where you want to be. It may be that you need to do some more research before you move closer towards whatever it is you want. When you're manifesting the journey of discovery, when you're manifesting, the journey of discovery can be as empowering as dreaming the big dream. So the manifesting balance is find a balance between saying what needs to be said and saying too much. The manifesting mindset should be, one thing is for sure, having an open mind will serve you well now. Talk to people about your issues and get a view of the bigger picture. Your manifestation affirmation should be, I know that I am blessed and I love my life within that knowing. So, I like this idea of looking at the bigger picture, but also of being the bigger person. You know, don't stoop to the level of your competition. Don't stoop to the level of those, who are in the gutter, so to speak, bad-mouthing others, etc. I think of the political campaigns, and right now we have a dogfight here in Michigan, but it's mostly one-sided. The one side is being just very unfair and just wrong in their approach to the other candidate who's in the same party as them. And I mean, they're just claws are out, and there's no need for that. Be the bigger person in the room. Be the bigger person in the room and see the bigger picture. You don't want people to remember you or your product for some kind of nasty behavior or unethical actions. You want them to remember your product for what it provides for them and the good benefits they can achieve from it. not because you're belittling somebody else's product, etc. Stand on your own 2 feet. Stand up for yourself and your products, and don't stoop to these kind of levels. People, I can tell you right now, from what's going on in Michigan, even if this person happens to win the campaign out of their dirty dealings, people are incredibly sick of this already, okay? We're sick of it. And so keep that in mind, because you want people to buy what you are selling, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, whether, it's beliefs. Good luck with that. Well, what a mess our world is in right now. I mean, seriously, there are wildfires everywhere, and some of them are getting close to affecting bigger cities and, nations across Europe. And people are losing their homes, their properties, their livelihood, their livestock. We're losing our natural habitat world, and animals are losing their natural habitats. And it is worse than you can, than the media and other people are letting on. Don't be fooled and don't be jaded by this. Change really needs to happen here. The world is burning up around us. And maybe, just maybe, whether you believe in climate change or not, maybe there are some things we could do to try to minimize this damage. And maybe, just maybe, we should listen to science. So beyond that, and all the financial ramifications of all of that, we have things going on in the U.S. and in the world. Not only is the Strait of Hormuz still shut down, but the Red Sea passage is being attacked by the Houthis as well. But the Houthis are mostly targeting Saudi Arabia and people who are, doing business with Saudi Arabia. So besides Iran, the Houthis are helping them out in that regard. And Israel and the U.S. are about to combine their militaries potentially. And that spells like possibly this getting into an even bigger conflict. I just heard today that Netanyahu is planning to visit the U.S. Trump next week, I believe. And that supposedly the thought is that he's going to be saying again that Iran is ramping up their nuclear ambitions. How likely is that when Iran has so much infrastructure to take care of right now that's being bombed by the U.S.? So, and that they're working this conflict and guarding the Strait of Hormuz. I just find this kind of incredulous to believe at this point. So, but we're going to get swayed by this, and it's really, so it seems like the war is going to continue. Stocks are going down. I personally have lost some good money this past week, and I caution everybody to pay attention again to what is going on in our country and in the world economy right now. Because, of course, with this more blanket Strait of Hormuz and Red Sea closures, is going to be affecting more and more countries worldwide. So that's really all I have. I'm sure I could have more, but these are the big picture things that we really need to keep our eyes on right now, because things are getting far, far worse. I also want to add that Ukraine has been hitting Russia hard. Russia will not relent on, what they want out of Ukraine. So the war continues. Ukraine has bombed what Russia considers their Amazon-style warehouses, where they provide, things to people, goods and serve goods to people in their country. And Ukraine has just took some of that out. And so they're starting to feel the hurt that they have been exhibiting on Ukraine for a long time now. War is hell. And I have no sympathy for them if they have no sympathy for what they're doing to the Ukrainian people. So I don't know what to say. The war is hell. So that's what we have right now. All right, let's move on. Let's move on for cards for the collective, for the astrological signs of the zodiac for the week ahead. And I also wanted to add, since these are for the week ahead, which is from July 26th, Sunday, through August 1st. Can't believe August is here. And our personal, in my state, primaries coming on August 4th. So July 26th through August 1st. And during this time, the moon will be in Sagittarius, transiting into Capricorn on July 26th, and then moving through the signs all the way to Pisces on August 1st. Well, we get rid of one retrograde and here comes another. Saturn is going retrograde on July 26th, Sunday. The full moon will be in Aquarius on July 29th. I believe that is Wednesday, right? Yep. And it's going to be in Aquarius on July 29th. And that's it. Other than the fact that other people are pointing to a lot of energy, I've heard it on all sides that this is either going to be the worst 4 days ahead, or there's going to be luck and good things happening in the next 4 days ahead. So depending on what you believe astrologically, take it for what it's worth. All right. Okay, let me move on and let's get started with Aries. My sign, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for us for the week ahead. Okay. Okay, my fellow Aries. Well, good. You've got the Eight of Swords reversed. Nice start. How about you also have Judgment reversed? And you have Justice reversed. Ooh, my. Well, it seems like you've got things stacked against you, Aries, this week. Some unfair treatment, some negative criticism, or maybe even some negative self-speak. I personally think this is outside criticism. This is unfairness happening to you. And I feel here you have to be bold. You have to be brave. You have to be self-confident to stand up for yourself in this situation. Don't take this lying down. You know, if you're being treated unfairly at work, unjustly, if there's some disagreement or negotiations going on that are not going well, if you're in a union, etc. It's time for you to stand tall and stand up for, what you believe. I think here this is a week that just because the odds are stacked against you doesn't mean you can't win. You could still maybe come through this okay, or at least you will know you have done everything you could to try to turn the situation around. So whether this has to do with being cheated out of some money or, some theft happening or whatever the case may be, stand up for yourself and your rights despite the fact that things are looking like they're turning against you here. I wish you luck with that. Hey, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. I was just thinking in my head here that I never even brought up the parasitic plague that's affecting the U.S. and also the fact that now there's a recall on eggs in certain states because of a salmonella situation in the eggs. So we've got slight clostridia increasing in different states, and we also have more states are being added to the list, and we also have this salmonella in eggs as well. Goodness. Are we great yet? Well, Taurians, I'm sure you're great. Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what's going on in your world. Hey, you got the King of Pentacles upright. But you also have the Five of Cups upright. And you have the Emperor reversed. Okay, well, rumination gets us nowhere. You know, Taurians, you can sit there and wallow in self-pity or remorse over maybe missing an opportunity for growth or advancement, or missing an opportunity to move your stocks to safe terrain before, you know, things started to fall apart here. You know, you seem to have lost your control or your grip on a particular situation. But you know what? The good news is you can get this back, or you can find some support out there for you, some people in the know who might be able to help you get out of this situation. Seek outside advice if necessary. You remember our card I just did for the collective here? I believe at one point it said in there to listen to what others have to offer or to seek out advice if you need it. So please do so, Taurians. You know, you might be able to at least recover something or move forward constructively from here. It's far better to move forward with whatever you have left than to just sit there and do nothing at this point. So good luck with that. Hey, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Well, Geminis have the Seven of Pentacles upright. Hey, the Five of Cups is back, but this time reversed. Wow, and the Ten of Wands is reversed. Good going, Geminis. You know, I feel here you may have to step back this week and figure out, you know, whether it's worth pursuing, or figuring out what more you need to do to help your investments or your business grow. I feel this might be for people who own their own business, or in particular, not that this may not apply to anybody else, or who are working on their own projects and goals right now. It seems as though you feel like there's still opportunity here for something good to come out of what you've been working on, but you're wondering what you can do to stimulate growth. And so I feel here you'll come up with a plan that will that will literally take the anxieties off your shoulders, you know, and actually possibly even, maybe you'll realize there's not much you have to do, that everything is moving forward and there is opportunities for growth. So it's one or the other. You either find a path forward that lessens your burdens and your stresses and anxieties, or, you know, you really don't have to do anything at all, you'll realize, because everything seems to be on track. Good luck with that. Nice. Hey, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. That thinking cap on. The Queen of Swords is here, Cancerians. The Nine of Pentacles is here reversed. And Judgment is back, but upright this time. Okay, so you Cancerians want more out of life. You're not happy with where you're at. I mean, maybe things aren't bad. In some cases, maybe they are, but for many of you, maybe you're not in a bad place right now, but you want something more. I'm going to try to get rid of that glare. There we go. You want something more out of life. And so putting that thinking cap on and thinking analytically and trying to approach things, you know, from a logical perspective, how to transform your business, your career, or your investments to maximize profits or growth. So I think that that's what's going to happen here. You're going to be doing a lot of thinking and planning for how to move forward and making transitions that will encourage more growth and advancement in your business or financial affairs. Good luck with that. What about you, Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading to you for the week ahead. You got the Knight of Swords reversed. You have the Four of Cups reversed. Oh, and you have the Hierophant upright. That's interesting. It's really interesting here. Okay. Right now may not be the time to get reckless, to make any moves that aren't well calculated and well thought out. You're better off sticking with the status quo for now, or sticking with your routine. Maybe this is just not the right time to take any risks or make any moves. Maybe to stay stable and stay where you are is the way to go. You may miss out on an opportunity or two, but I have a feeling here you're better off not taking a risk at this time. So stay the course, stay true to the course, because you may be overreacting to things or moving too swiftly and quickly, and you're likely to take some unnecessary risks that could harm you in the long term. So good luck with that, Leos. What about you, Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising. Readings for you for the week ahead. Okay. You start with the World, upright. Ooh, you got the Five of Swords reversed. And you have the Page of Swords reversed. It's kind of interesting here, Virgos. I'm not sure, where to go with this. Because when I saw the World, I was thinking one thing, but now I'm going in another direction. I feel here that it's hard to complete something right now. Or I'm going to go another route. This is what I wanted to say. Maybe you want to be done with constant quarrels, fighting, toxic work environment, or toxic supervisors and managers you're always locking horns with, and it's not worth the struggle. You can't seem to get your message or your point across or be taken seriously, and you're constantly arguing with people, and you want to put it to an end. And I can't say I blame you. So it may be time to move on. Or I would have to say here for another way to look at this is that if you're trying to reach some kind of finish line with some goal or project, it's hard to really get everybody to cooperate with you to get it done. it seems like it's not going to happen because not everybody is working together. It's actually causing some conflict and friction. And be careful that they are not fueling that by saying the wrong things or trying to push people. You have to be more diplomatic and listen to what's going on here if there's any hope of, getting through this in one piece. But I'm not feeling very hopeful about the situation. Probably are going to have to let it go. Sorry about that, Virgos. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Oops. Okay, you got the Page of Swords upright. You got Temperance upright. Wow. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles upright, you guys. This is pretty nice, actually. Wow, I keep turning this thing. I keep getting glare. All right, well, you know what? You, Librans, have figured out that, listening to others, being diplomatic, being respectful in your communications can go a long way towards keeping the peace and getting everybody to move slowly but surely forward on getting things done, getting things accomplished for you or, for the team. So I think here this is really positive, whether it's about business matters, whether it's about financial matters. Just, keep the peace. Keeping the peace is very important here. And communicating effectively, respectfully, and listening to others will go a long way to getting everybody to move things forward for you. And to maybe, hey, bring in some dough, bring in some money. Good luck with that. What about you, Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising. I thought I would do it that way for my partner in crime, Mr. O, who is retiring on August 1st this week. I should have mentioned that in the beginning when I talked about what was happening in the astrology for this week. It's a big event. It's a holiday. So happy retirement to my favorite Scorpio, Mr. O. All right. Scorpios, let's see what's going on in your world. Well, why be shy about it, Scorpios? This is your month. This is your week, at least Mr. Rose. You've got the Queen of Wands reversed. Whoopsie rats. The Queen of Wands reversed. You have the Eight of Swords reversed. I like this so far. And you have the Two of Wands upright. All right. Don't be shy, Scorpios. This is not a time to hold back. This is not a time to be afraid of the future. And you know what? I think you realize that. I think you're going to come out of this phase of holding yourself back, of not feeling confident enough to move forward, breaking free from those inner voices that are trying to tell you you're not good enough to move forward. And you're going to pursue your plans with gusto. And for you, Mr. O, you now can cut loose from that daily grind, and you can show us your self-confident self. You can break free of that daily grind and make new plans for your future, for your freedom. So, good luck with that, all of you Scorpios. And hey, Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Uh-oh, I have to do an extra shuffle or two for you. There. One more. Okay. Sadly, you have the King of Swords reversed. I don't like this fellow. And you have the Knight of Wands reversed. Oh. And, boy, Sages, you're getting clobbered here. You have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Wow. Somebody is making some bad decisions here. Now, I'm not going to rule out that it could be you. It might be you, Sagittarians. And you're blocking your own progress here if it is you. But if it's somebody else, they're not allowing you to move forward on something you had hoped for. Whether they're blocking your ability to get a raise or a promotion, you know, they're meddling with your business in some way. They're not providing you with the loans or the backing that you need to expand your business, for example. It's putting you in a bad place. It's not making you feel very safe and secure about your future. You're going to have to be mulling this week how to turn this around, but I'll tell you what, if this is you, you've really got to change your attitude. You know, you've got to get your head thinking straight, thinking clearly about your next moves, and not just moving for the sake of making movement. You know, there's got to be a purpose, and it's got to be the right moves for you, because otherwise you face some financial disaster and ruin here. So good luck with that. And if it's somebody else blocking your progress, consider maybe having your future somewhere else. Good luck with that. What about you, Capricorns? Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. You have the King of Swords upright. Nice. Uh-oh. I thought I shuffled them well, but there it is. Knight of Wands upright. And the Ten of Pentacles upright. But you know what? I can't rule out that this is the first time this has happened today, and I can't rule out that it's meant to be. So it's meant to be. I would say this, you know, you've got the reverse energy of the Sagittarians here. Your clear-headed thinking is going to allow you to progress this week and make major financial moves that benefit you both financially and for your long-term security. So this sounds really positive, Capricorns. Do what you can to foster this energy. Do some planning. Do some long-term planning for the future, financial, you know, and make your moves. Don't be afraid to make your moves. It's time to do so. Good luck with that. Really nice read for you. Okay, what about you, Aquarians? Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. The full moon is going to be in your sign this week. Some people have a little bit of trepidation about this full moon, but I can't imagine that it would be bad for you. I don't know. You know, I am just an armchair astrologer, so seek out other astrology on that. I'm not going to tell you my favorite astrologers out there. I have a few, but I'm sure you can find many out there who are spreading the word. Do one more shuffle for you. All right. Well, you have the Ten of Cups reversed. This is a different 10 than the one that just came up twice. But it's back. Oh my gosh. It's the Ten of Pentacles, and it is upright this time. What? And the Empress is reversed. Oh, man. Well, despite the fact that the Ten of Pentacles is upright here, I don't feel very positive about this reading for you Aquarians. I feel there's unhappiness, whether it's in your business or if it's in your with your financial with your just thinking about your own long-term financial stability or your business's long-term stability, and you seem stuck right now with how to make yourself feel better about things. You know, it's time for you to really sit down, and if you can't work it out yourself, maybe to talk to other people who, you know, get some advice, get some mentorship, get some advice, get people to help you figure out how best to turn this situation around. Because people are not happy, you are not happy, and you are concerned about this, and you feel blocked creatively, like nobody can come up with a solution on how to really stabilize things, because I think you're looking for long-term stability here, which I gotta say, Aquarians, is a hard thing to come by in this present economic and, you know, political environment going on in the world right now. So good luck with that. Well, I made it almost through the show without needing a drink. All right. Hey, what about you Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Oops. All right. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Wow. We have the Empress upright. Sorry. But the Three of Swords is here upright as well. Well, you know, in a way, it's a similar message, but a little bit different. You know, maybe some of you have had to close up a business. Maybe some of you have been laid off or forced to retire early. You've been unprepared financially for some change or shift that has taken place, and it's bringing a lot of grief and sorrow into your world right now. But you know what? Come up with some creative ideas for ways to resolve this. This is not a time for you to become lazy, unproductive. This is a time for you to maybe take care of you so you can get through these feelings of grief and sadness that you are experiencing over this sudden loss. You know, whether it's a bad downturn in the market, whether you have lost money on a real estate deal, or you haven't been able to get a bailout, like you needed a financial bailout. Come up with creative solutions to solve this. And maybe too, you know, if you've lost a job, maybe there is something you can do to in business for yourself. Come up with a business idea for yourself, especially for you people who've been forced into retirement. You know, it's not like I'm making millions of bucks doing what we're doing here. Oh no. But you know, maybe you can come up with some creative hobbies or things, focus on some of your talents to get a sideline business going to help you out. So I wish you luck with that, Pisceans. Looks like a rough week ahead for you. Good luck with that. All right, well, that's our readings for this next week, and I want to remind everybody about the upcoming shows we're having, and I got to say that today, later, we have a live show from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get there early, especially some of you new people who may be tuning in here and has never come to one of our live shows. If you'd like us to answer a question for you, we'd love to have you, but do get there early because you know what? Our regulars know that, and I would love to save a space for you, but you have to get there early so we can fit you in for a reading. That's 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Wednesdays, Mr. O's Goth Tarot. And this is one of those months where he's doing a 5th week of Goth Tarots, so I don't know what he has up his sleeve, but I'm sure he's got something good for you, dealing with shadow issues in your life. So join him for that video presentation that comes out at 8 a.m. every Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time. And you know, you can watch it at any time. And then on Thursday, again, for everybody, we have another live show from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tarot for Today After Dark, where you can get your questions answered. Just get there early so you can get in and get a reading from us. And then on Friday, Mr. O has got love in his heart for you. Oh, I mean, love in his cards for you. It's his emotional exchanges where you can find out about love, romance, and interpersonal relations of all kinds. So join him for that video presentation, which, by the way, is good for your week ahead. And that will be on Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you can watch it anytime. And then finally on Saturday, I have some bad news for you. There is no happy hour next week. Why? Because it's Mr. O's retirement day. It's his last day of work. He's working the morning shift, and they're going to have a party for him there. And yours truly, his son, our granddaughter, you know, their family is all going to be there. Her daughter-in-law and others to wish him well. And so we're sorry. No happy hour next week, but we will resume at our regular time the week following. That's all I've got. So take care, everybody. I hope you have a prosperous week ahead, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.